Okay, hello everyone. Babe, honey, say the fan the worry you.
Okay, worry. Eh?
The fan.
Babe, you need worry. When we come back, I'll carry out your program tomorrow.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Kabbalistic Laugh and Net Talk Show. I know say you don't really stay with some of you. I come online, I've been about with some other activities. So today I want to more discuss some very pertinent issue. Now wait till my arrange myself. Body cool. Oh god. Okay, so everybody, welcome. Sorry, I be adjust some small technical errors there for back. So, ma adjust my cam now right properly. Mona see me. Sorry. It's been a while. I just make some adjustments. So sorry. I beg more just the try of the manager. So it be late today, and I not announce the live show because an impromptu live show where me say the audience I don't follow up this story for a very long time. Please more share this video. I don't follow this story for a very long time, and this particular story don't overtouch me because I know the person will be concerned for this story. Honey. So first of all, this story now about a childhood friend, a baby sister where I know you very well. Now pikin where I practically grow up with you for Limbe Newtown, and now a very like a very small sister. Will be very good family friends them. So I know this person in concern. We don't be from childhood to kindergarten. So this particular story don't the trend on social media. This pikin be married. I remember tell the University of Boya where I be the read law there, be the read journalism, and then if you come out go Yabunde go continue journalism school where I remember say that time I be noticed I say he be married. He be married pretty young. He be like 22 Tawe married this man. And this story did concern me directly because this particular girl be married a prominent man of God. He got to come online for this show. So I beg more share this video. He need to talk a lot about this marriage. So I want to tell something, sometimes the one I hear say person don't live in marriage, like they always talk say, oh, how person go manage marry pastor, live in marriage, how person go manage marry a man of God live in marriage, how person go manage be a woman of God live in marriage. I not talk say what he do it correct, but a lot be go on inside that marriage where this my friend decide to share experience for platform for enlighten and sensitize a lot of young women the way they did for the same faith. So I just run down through this issue more. I just give a glimpse. It will come here, it will come explain in details. So this particular girl don't date with this man for house. He born two picking there with this man. I don't know this man in person, and based on the fact say if you marry this man, you know why you don't marry some person, you go conceal a lot of things there. You go hide up a lot of story them behind this. Wait till you go on for your life. Early as he married, looking very beautiful, looking very plumpy, chubby girl, confident woman. He must have taken up the open church for north side of Cameroon. This church be the flood with Christians. There be over 1,000 people there. They be the that church. So sooner or later, fast forward to wait to happen. You know, stay small. I can't see around their house for Limbe. So me, I be asking, say, wait happen, man. Wait till don't really they go on with you. Wait happen when you leave your home. You know me, I always encourage people to go back for their home. So every time me say when mommy case story over plenty. Then I remember I said that time we do live show. It to be they always go live for a show for explain one or two things. Then the time when the man became kidnapped, this is two picking them. For almost 4 to 5 years, this girl never set eyes on the picking them. You know, the cry for social media. You go from page to page. So Long and short of the story, na say so tey now so never see pikin dem, e no dey communicate with the pikin dem. This man abduct this pikin dem, take am, I no know say this man don go with this pikin dem. This girl go marry this marry, suffer, this man suffer, this girl suffer emotionally, suffer psychologically. The girl dey here for come talk his story. The girl dey here for come talk his story. About una send stars dem o, send these stars dem abeg. Because this story why the give una now so na story wey una dey ever talk, mommy K I never marry, mommy K I never marry. When you go hear this story, you go understand why they will tell you say delay no be deny, abeg, e go take time. You understand? Before you go select your master like beans, like stone inside beans, you get for know say God get a plan for you. You no get for hurry. I dey always tell my small girl say they are first marriage, go so na intention marriage. The real marriage wey you get for go get for, you get for be na the one wey you go enter, you know, go come out, because the one we just be na the one we just go learn and learn marriage. You know? So please, if you support me by sending me stars, I don't need to beg you again. Say, Mami, if you send me Momo, if you do the one. So I beg, send me stars them. I beg. Yeah, so now more the match fire will go. Thank you, sir. I look good. Thank you, ma'am. You know, say today they're very wounded because in particular picking this one, I'm a small friend and I know it for a while now. Thank you, Queen B. God bless you. Now, more or less, this particular girl don't go for this man in house for this marriage. You dey see pikin wey get skill and know say na the pikin dem be match your back class for primary school. Pikin just dey cut down, just dey finish the goal. I call am say gold in handcuffs. You dey for person wey you don marry person, you be man of God. You don take 22-year-old naive pikin because say the pikin get small fine face. You take a fine customer dem for church, the church don settle. Church don start. Well, Elizabeth, Ethel, well, thank you. I dey see you now. And then you did, my beautiful sis, golden love. Now you did she done for inside that marriage. You did cut down, you did finish, you did go, you did ball, you did go. You did weapon, you did wallow, you did go. You did inside stress. You pack your thing, they say I'm not gonna die for you. They became my fair born only then two. I'm not there for limbe. Pack it till they go back for your papa's house. For your mommy house. As if she don't have a mommy house, take your picking there for sure. So na get way, it be very responsible. You want run marriage to pack your picking there, carry and go back for your mommy. I mean say bring I know pass week. She don't with the picking there for house. Only for this man will send a friend Sunday. They can't even see picking there. Say one just say as picking there. May they go make picking they go live, may they go buy for kiosk. Disappear on that picking there for 5 years today. And then he call this man in name. If you use the SQ, you go know this man. So while with the arrange, make my sister, mom make her enter that link, match fire for that link. Make they took you one time, I can't give you the story for the married way, go do intention, come back. No envy any man, you don't know it. I remember time when the became be married. Yes, now let's get this. Thank you, baby girl. Welcome.
Thank you, good boy.
Nice to meet you. First of all, tell them my relationship with you. May not be say I hear that what's up before I want enter this story.
Wait, Jack. Obviously, will be Newtown element then for Limbe.
Ish Oshe.
Calcium Primary.
Calcium Primary
School. Baba me for back across water for go school.
I never marry am Rasta. Now Rasta the age made them this way or they grow for Limbe. So I know this speaking. Now I then small for primary school. I pass go carry this speaking on my back. Before I pass go school, every day I pass go living. I be guardian. You know, say as if it chop be let me. Now one of the people I know say if we could not get all the match for inside Limbe where they chop be now one of the people and this way they on my back. Mom, I want to ask you, I'll take this story small. At what age you be married this man, baby girl?
I met him, I was 22 and we got married a year later, I was 23.
Bam. Tell me your experiences there for your house. Inside that marriage, should be married, so.
Well, Kobos, first of all now, when you marry pastor or you marry prophet, you know, say, you know, the be you one inside the whole thing because you get a whole congregation of people them where they look you, they put eye for you, there's pressure. Because I remember say, even somehow inside the marriage, before the marriage, I be get like cold feet, but just because people they already know say I get relationship with you, I don't be really sit back out again because the tension was so much. The tension and the attention be over day for my skin. So first of all, now the first issue that way, it make the marriage first of all tense when plenty eye there over there for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, man, talk now. You say man talk about my experiences in the home,
Okay,
right?
okay. Ma ask you questions simultaneously so that I no go rush you. When you
Chronology.
be notice and say you dey inside marriage of convenience, not a marriage of love. Tell me from the time you start notice and say the husband when you marry am start panya.
Kobos almost immediately, almost immediately because when I be married this man, first of all, I no be know the kind life we be dey live am before, and
Ah.
so I be dey go in very naive because I be fall in love. I'm not even going to deny that fact. I fell in love with the person I thought I knew, but I entered the marriage. First things first, this man was knee deep, like neck deep in debt. So now the first issue then that was start facing the harassment, the embarrassment from debtors always coming to the house, credit union sending people to come and scream, shout as early as 7 a.m. in the morning. As I did tell you, say, I'm married like today, the credit union put the day inside the marriage hall. The next day, 2 days, 3 days after, they just started come back to back to the house. And if you know, so when he knows they get for come, he go run away. He go leave me for house. He go come on like maybe 6 a.m. He go just go away. Then I mean I go get for face creditors the way they come. For money where I don't get no idea about them. Because it is different when you know about something and you accept them. It's different. You meet your man, you like it, you know about her, you accept them. It be different. I don't even know about all these things there. So from there, now the first thing that first few days into the marriage, I was confronted with so many stories of death. Second thing, I start notice some I start notice some double lifestyle kind of them. Like, but I be so blinded because at the back of my mind, I know saying a pastor. So anything with the happen, I dey ever try for like defend am for my head, say no, it's probably I know the understand it fine,
Hey.
or it just be I never understand the thing fine. I really get for protect it from people who are trying to accuse him wrongly. But as times go on, I started to notice this consistent attitude of gambling away all resources, now addiction, where even as we speak up to today, if you after don't come out the house, I get video for my phone where you will see person go just tap me, send me video, say, see your man, I see for this place. For that kind Jambo for corner road for 100 e dey inside. So nothing that one no be known, but I start notice that thing as soon as I enter from the debt, I start notice the gambling, the lack more ever be one person the gamble because money no stand for your hand, the gamble am away. I know if it provide basic necessity for picking. I enter marry I born 9 months after. So for even prepare picking like layered for picking was not easy. For even feed picking, it was not easy. But you know, people they look at from outside, they don't fit ever really know. But I mean, I be there inside and know to it happen.
Okay, so if you enter that marriage, so that man, if you know say don't marry some better man of God, you want go na
Pastor,
them.
because yes, I be first of all, I be don't make up my mind. Say I don't want just any person. I want somebody spiritual. So hold my hand.
Anyway, it will come back. Why would the waiting pending? So then a network for Cameroon. Okay, it don't come back. It don't come back. Okay, yes, mom. You disappear
No, I did
small.
not miss I be marrying a pastor. No, I know I be married pastor. We go hold my hand, teach me spiritual things. You know, I be somebody where I dey be hot and cold. So I be not say I dey marry a spiritual authority where go hold me, teach me how to do the things of God, how to live a good life. You know that kind of your prayer partner, your evangelism partner, going around doing the father's work. Now the idea that what we get that from my head
Oh,
when I got married to him. That's what I knew. I not say in my mind, I be commot. I will not say the world is funny. I have decided to follow Jesus, not turning back. So I be one person where it will really take me along with you, but
Oh,
That's not what I saw. And it was really the opposite be over wide. That means I expect to see so, I see the direct opposite.
wow. Okay, so you can notice and say he get a problem with gambling, debt here and there, credit union
Yeah,
knock door. Somebody have
yeah.
a money can knock door, collapse, sharpen up on a door, threaten you.
Then
And
plenty
then
they
I'll
will
follow
come.
your last show where we go live. If you talk about how you start suffer with your picking them, barely had food to eat,
Yes.
feeding them was a problem. If you give us a clip, you know, I want to say marriage is not an all bed of roses. Because I remember I said that time they China, I be there Philippines, and be there Dubai. So I want know as like I be feel say you really there inside a La Vida expensive marriage where when I fly up and down with your husband doing concerts and crusade. So all these things just be a mirage. It was just a you are just a facade as we talk about English. The
Okay. The way I
real
can
yet be there inside. So if you give me
the,
a
the way I
glimpse.
can answer this Kubos, is that in the beginning when I got married to him, I can't realize say I be just be an accessory to
Okay.
he plans the way we get them. So initially when I'm marrying, things were difficult, things were rough. My pikin would be sometimes so my pikin start drink pap with a 1 month old because we could not afford the feed manage if resources adequately. By 3 months, my pikin is swallow fufu na okra, to be honest.
Yeah.
But all that things so I can't realize our time say it be a plan because immediately he marry me, make like a few weeks later, he make program for Yaoundé and he put me for the billboard. He go Marua for program. He put me for the billboard. Even when I know they when I know you follow you go any side where you go. I became an accessory. I became a trophy. Now whether they ever thought say I be just being a trophy wife.
Now trophy wife. Yes, if you
Exactly.
just the if you use your fine face for buy if you are not that kind of thing no.
So like for example, he go Mara. I know they but a day for the billboard. So people are the interest of the people is picked like okay now who to this and they come to see and then now it do it where they do. Ebolova the same thing. At the be for out a day for billboard. I not even there the place. Even take me go there, but a day billboard. So with all that marketing, me I think say within a marketing, I was just an accessory for his marketing. With all that
Because if you buy
marketing,
man no, if you metis, if you just use your face, small fine you don't let Chantal be
exactly,
if you use
exactly.
your face. Mm-hmm.
All over Yaoundé at the billboards. Billboards to the extent where I know you do nothing. I just did for grace the billboard and for generate an interest, I think. So
Okay.
in the beginning, it was really difficult. It was difficult. It was hard, and I was ready for it because the married pastor and I forgot live a lavish lifestyle. I was ready for that difficult beginnings, then and then to build from there. So that basically that's it. In the beginning, it be difficult, but as an accessory, things obviously got better as we play game right. Like if you abandon me for 4 5 months in Yaoundé, he day all over the do it program there, then he go just bring me one day like spectacle, just do some small spectacle. I come, I go back, even if we know the talk, even if we're in the middle of a quarrel, I was just always used. And that's exactly how I felt in this marriage. I was always, I just felt used.
Okay, now for your live show, if you talk about say it be the cheat, like a man of God, like a minister of God, it be the sleep around with other women, you be talking in for your show, say it be that kind of person where we get extra marital affairs, and you feel give you highlights of some of the marital affairs and the one way be catch up right handed.
Okay, how am I know about the cheating? Actually, the first time we I know about it, I married for 2012.
Okay.
I want to show you how naive I be. I married for 2012, and now for 2016, we are actually like I came to the realization that means say my brain can't understand say if he actually cheat. To me, he be there like a demigod. I no fit lie. I looked at him like, oh my god, this is He's a man of God. After God Jesus, then he like I just put him on a pedestal there. So
Where?
even when I dey see inconsistencies, them I know the fit believe am say if he actually do am, I will make excuses to him. But 2016, 2015, 31st to the 1st of January, I be actually fall on some text messages from some party. He talk with some girl. The girl they can't church. She was a Christian in the church of Ebolova. I think be very that devout Christian, but it be the calm because I be recognize the profile picture of this person where they be the exchange. I be recognize this person where the first time where I catch him, he tell the girl say, oh, I love you. Just stay calm. I'm going to spoil you. I'm going to take care of you. Now the first
That time,
message.
usher them for church.
Usher I also read
My
oh. I
husband, they
can't
start get
discover
wetin
Usher
call
owner
transmitter.
after.
Any girl wey come for they say fall under the anointing. I got the kind rapper so why the Baba Ayo le fall. I the tie you le ekpang. I the tie you le cocky.
Come on, escape na for that for the escape na for the inside falling where chatting dey take place.
The girl wey they cancel, they
Na
can't
inside
catch you.
counseling, na inside counseling room where chatting dey
Okay.
take place now.
With the hair.
So now so I first of all fall on that message. I did let's say 2016 be a year where God be one deliver me because from that January period,
Not true.
I just had to discover thing them back to back to back. After that particular incident for that girl, I actually that means if you do me let's say I go crazy. Like it do me let's say I go off. But African women are taught to cover and things like that.
When
So
you
for my
come back,
mind,
Mama, you
I'm
go
like,
do her. When you come back, they say, as your mommy be fair, married, so you don't go fail. When you
exactly.
come
If
back
you want
hospital,
try,
go back no mom.
you want tick
Nobody
your
is
name
safe
so that may
for
your
four
name not come up for
corners.
inside bad list. So after that again, another incident immediately after that way make I can't really realize say this man did cheat and he's unrepentant. Now say at their house, he call me, he don't go Yaoundé for program. He call me say he don't just finish program, he go back for house. As he call me, we finish talk. I don't know how he keep his phone, but I believe say God be get hand in the thing. That phone call me back. As the phone call me back, I started hear a conversation with the person inside motor. Where the person they go for if people they know the Kalafatas for Yaoundé, prostitutes they stand for corner road for Kalafatas. So
Bam.
their conversation inside motor, the boy it sound like some bangando. The boy be tell you say some new girl don't come Kalafatas where he want a may don't grand go taste the girl. That's what I've heard. So then he talk about he like ask the boy say how they get there. He said no, they're gonna correct girl, they get they fine, they get a new fresh girl, the girl LMP. Those words will never leave my mind because nothing and that way they scare me for life. He tell the man say, wait you don't go tell the girl. The person was like, I don't tell the girl say you come out die, so you want just spend some time with me. Purpose my ear nearly caught for down. That was my husband, a man of God, a prophet I respected, a prophet who had people in his church of caliber. Magistrates were in his church, commissioners were in his church, commandants of the military were in his church. People loved him, people looked up to him. That day, if I not be collapsed that day, for imagine say if they road they go find prostitute dem wey dey stand for corner road. I no be fit
And when
believe
I
am.
say a man of God, when I God call you on I call God. Man
Me I
of God where
believe
the
say na
play
this
draft.
thing.
Man of God where the Okoloyamo. Now wow.
Exactly.
Match fire.
So I call him immediately after that incident. He picked the call. I tell you say so you go patronize prostitute then. He dey try for one talk. I hear say open the door, that guy come on. I call him mommy or him auntie where he refer to that auntie as him mommy. I call him auntie. I say, Wusa on a day, una come out church together. Wusa Ayuba day. Ayuba day from my back, he dey calm and patati patata. Now I tell you say how you feel the cover Ayuba the talk say Ayuba dey calm. Meanwhile, Ayuba phone don't call me and I don't see say Ayuba dey go Kalafatas for go patronize prostitutes and for Kalafatas. How can you cover this? How can you say? He tell me, say, oh, I'm seeing him. He's in the review mirror. He's right behind me. We are going home. So I was pissed. And after I talked for the woman, I end the call. I called from my grandfriend. I explained the situation detail. He was like, be careful because these kind of people then. So when you start know their inner caucus for their thing, then it's dangerous for you. And that grandfriend talk, let's say, no. Because later that as I persist for still call again or he call me back, that was the first time he threatened, say he will kill me. He talk and clean and clear. He tell me, say, you cannot destroy my ministry. If you try, I will kill you. He told me that cold-bloodedly. So I be don't already talk for this person. So I be no, I be expect this kind of talk. Because I warn me that I not ever try. So couples, if you imagine, say I stay inside the same house with person, I don't know you as I start discover the thing there. It can't be like say I be a threat and my life to be threatened. It reached to the point where there was that hate. It didn't look me so this that can it didn't look you for where if you feel like say if you sleep for a corner, cover your eye, if you press your neck for night, that the level that way we don't go. Because I don't know, it go rather may you don't know anything, but now God make a possible say I can discover all these things. And
Because
then
if you for the
now
marriage that we are one hand no, now if you calculate you
my
from one
kidney,
for
my
review.
liver, everything. This was my husband, this was my pastor. How I want write up for Facebook about you, huh? Mama me. And so I go idolize it, praise him, my pastor, the good father to my children. I loved this man. I wanted to serve God with this man. I just wanted to lay down my life and serve God with this man.
Of course, I be seeing for church where be the white and white, complain. You were a serious woman of God.
Ukola.
Yes, mommy, that's it. And I'm glad because mom, I'll be very honest. I don't see a life now since you divorced. You're doing good. You did praise God like you did worship. You don't anyway. We'll come to that. That if only I'm man 20 or 21 because I said that man I see handsome, so very handsome man. Woman they be crazy because of you. He's a
You know, say
super
not that
handsome man.
glory. You know, say that glory, it make you like you are a celebrity. When people they look up to you, you sap your sapping, can't stand, make your move among them on top stage. You come across like a celebrity. So woman that they obviously be attracted to anybody who is celebrity like yes. And one
Una see
other thing,
my
that 20
sister so it be there in spirit and in truth for that marriage. I'm not even the same mom that time again for him there.
no,
Now
that one not true. That one not true.
couple with everything. What was the last straw on the camel's back? Like when it really intensified for that level when if you take camel, you say no. Sagat, diamond if you cough, pata na draw. My C99 if you want it. Now ya OTN.
It start for the 2018, this story the way they tell you so, but the main story where it start really make me I started doubt. That means say I be try to convince myself say if it is sleep around na a weakness, but maybe be called by God, then na a weakness. The thing we finally make I decide say I cannot continue with this marriage was the day where I can discover say even that calling where I say every day. Now the day where I can discover say na lie, it's not even day. I remember some particular day, this is the incident where it really make I decide for commode because we don't suffer so many things. It bring prostitutes them right inside house. That means say a fake prophet friend where they struggle to like for toast me and stuff, they leak their secret them for seeing the way they do for back. I can't realize say it bring prostitutes them for house. Like when I know they bring the casket on top of matrimonial bed and everything. And I be don't be stressed to some point where I actually be paralyzed. I paralyzed one side of my face. And up to today, I know people they not really take note, but I never recover
Mom,
100%.
I remember where as I dated them so I they heavily pregnant. Now my sister so I call you for phone. I say I don't come. I do bele. I say mommy come on story. You tell me say Kobos. I be used to paralyze. Then they tell you my mommy. Then they hide me
Yeah.
inside house. And they get stroke inside house. Always
Even up
stress.
to now say people they it not really be visible because it don't balance out a little. But even up to now, my face, I
Eweleke.
never recover 100% of my capacity on this side of my face. Up to now, when I only that stress them. Inside all that thing, couples, I go church that particular. Then a person will first of all be very lousy. In effect, take even his own matter for church serious. Church no fit
Okay.
start over 9 o'clock. Pastor this church for 9 o'clock. No, when I go sing so he go carry around kind 12 1. I go church this particular day on time. We don't be there sing, wait, attire. I just come home for church. I carry all my battalion there. I drive go house. I just go be me. That way it can't church now. They tell me say don't come. I live there for house. I just throw it back. I enter motor. I come back for church. As I come, they struggle for one take me for mama in place of front. But that day I was not happy. So I tell and say no, I go shit on me for back. Little did I know that that was a day that God wanted to deliver me. I shit on for back couples before God and man. He just come, he climb for stage, he started talk. Oh, the God is going to do something extraordinary. Just the talk some kind of spectacular, then talk. Then he say, there's a man here, you have come to come and attack me. I'm going to command the Holy Ghost fire to burn on you. Something along those lines. My sister, as she done diagonally to that person, as she done so, the person she done from her front sideways. I dey see where the person dey do. I dey see the fake miracle where the person dey make am. That means say the person don open something. You know the other one I say close your eyes, lift up your hands. So all money eye dey lock, all money eye be lifted. Now the pie one is she done for the it dey make something inside. But I could not really see it, but I see the struggle. It dey do something. Then I want see fire catch. Smoke start comot. Then the man he go for front, he go for front.
So now
Then
the
he
kind
forward.
pastor the way they arrange spectacle
Yeah.
for inside Église.
That was the day. Now that day when it dawned on me, say, oh my God, even the God side, the man no did. The man no did. So I fear
SMH.
that day. I just run. I could not church that day. I go house. Fortunately, my mommy be there around that period. I just enter inside house. I tell you, say, mommy, I've seen something. And if fit understand what she done. Then as I enter, stay he drive in. Because they say if you don't see my expression for church, he enter. I know if you hold myself, I tell you, say, so you did do fake miracles. So all the thing we do and so that means my brain started go back for other thing the way by fibroid, way fall come off for woman, HIV AIDS. That means I look it, I tell you, so all that thing will actually be a lie. And that means say you are not a pastor. Those were my words to him. I said, all these things are a lie, and this means you are not a pastor. Then what are you? He started struggle for telling me, say, no, he believe in God. And I say sometimes they might for do one or two things for help them. Say Christian, they like spectacle and all that. Come on, I don't grow up so. I gave my life to Christ. I was 8 years old. I carry megaphone for Limbe, New Town. My mommy preach 5 a.m. for morning in the morning, early in the morning. Now so I grew. So that one way we did I not ever know because I go church. It was not about the number of people in church. It was about what was being taught. That means say Kubos, that thing destroyed me. Like it break me down. It confused me. That means say I really say I go up. I really understand myself.
Of course. It must confuse you, mommy, because you be real Christian, you not be fake, you not be careful, can't chop people their money, you can't serve God.
Yeah, basically. That means say the thing traumatized me so they. But inside all that thing, I tell you, say if you really talk say with man of God, then if I for stop auditing them, repent, find some other bigger person, may pray for you, counsel you, step away from the church, go spend even like 1-2 months, rebuild yourself, come back and apologize to the people. Even if you not talk and wow like super clear, but codedly apologize to people and tell them that you are restarting and you know they involve you for that kind of thing them again. Because if he agree, Sunday I want just to do for church like 1 month, 2 months after. I want just see the very spectacle again. Then if you do and that's what you loom me. So if you don't reach the level where I I be just get to accept them. For in mind, I be get to accept them. I be just get to agree.
You remember say
And
if
I
you don't
could
tell me
not.
something, if you don't tell me something about water, holy water too.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me say be the sense of water then.
Yeah. If it is tell, but you know, say me at that for that time, me I be look at like na correct him. But now, as I dey inside the same house we, I dey see as the bottle the water. You know, it doesn't even pray for the water. They just bottle am, just tell am. He start sell small bottle tangy 10,000. It come up from that size, it go to about 50 milli, like that. The late man of God, Iwata, that size, 10,000 francs. Counseling, you want to go for your pastor, may your pastor counsel you. You get for register 10,000. All that kind of thing. In the beginning, I not be really see am say I be looking like a source of income. Like okay, may the enter too, may like may family they fine. But now after all this particular fake miracle incident where a lot of things start done on me say it be really be at the point where it be ready for do anything for figure your money. Anything for figure your money. The thing they be wild. Even as I leave it, story them, they put 5 rice for inside pot, they boil and the rice the flop pot, they share and put they chop. they they think the echo was there plenty. And not only that, I discover say are they heavily pregnant on my second pikin. I discover say it get pikin for outside. It be at that particular moment, maybe get woman where we get belly the same time with me. And what the pikin then they like they get 1 month difference. That means say the other pikin big pass my pikin for 1 month. Then they like say after that, it want anyway, not they like say it don't confirm am for me. It confirm am for me for 2020, where I go village for go visit my pikin dem because now one of the few times the way it be gree, ma come for a village at the in the west region. I should specify that it's a Bamu guy. So towards Kutaba, Kupa, his village is somewhere there. I go for the it tell me who has said yes, it get pikin because I be don't dream am. I be dream am clean and clear say it going to kill different woman. It confirm am for me say yes, not true. It get two pikin there. It get one pikin wey the pikin big pass Jamila, and then after Jamila, some other pikin dey again. But na the two one the way confirm am for me that although I feel like there could be more. So basically na true.
All right. We go to digest that one. More go for how you lost your picking them for you for kidnap. Where you never see them so now. So as you be go back for mom, so if you want come so they just pack your thing, they don't disappear, mom.
I be actually one just leave, just travel me out, just leave.
I
But
remember why they China be the one work this on Dosere for enter China. You be just tell me say ma wait. You be do
yes,
one
for
or
that
two things
period,
then. Because I
for
remember
that
very well
period,
say, guy be tell me about this bishop. Tell say, come you China. Ma pick up the baby. So come here.
for that period.
Uh-huh.
So that particular period, I be don't make up my mind for good. But I be always get that. I be always feel like I need for try for make me work. That means say no matter the that means I the tears so I the almost run mad. But I the always just feel like say I have to make it work. I have to make it work. So I be don't make up my mind say I want to leave.
Good.
And if he succeed to convince me again, well, he didn't really convince me. I convinced myself to give him another chance. But after that, I be travel now go Manila because I'm into cosmetics and I like cosmetic kind thing. So I be don't hear about glutathione. I be one travel go Manila for go check out their market for all that kind thing. I travel go. It be just comot Manila too. So I travel go. Actually bought my own flight ticket. I travel go. I reach for Manila. That means say all thing wey I dey tell you say they do am for Cameroon. It go if it just comot Manila. It reach for day. That means say if Catholic shit inside water.
He gonna do that. He gonna do that fake thing for one man country.
He just go join Cameroonian community for Manila, prostitute them. That means say they be know ye for Cameroonian community for day. The street way some popular Cameroonian bar day or like snack day. Now the street that way just de la mini femme for Yaoundé or Rue de la Joie for Douala. That street. So he go display for day that kind every day different woman, two women at the same time, and that means that they know ye for this. Okay, I reach for day. Now he link me up to those people. I reach for day. I go like chop African. I just hear a vibe. That means I should don't so I dey hear people they dey grind some pastor with the pastor just come out Manila. I dey hear the story. For my heart, I'm not saying naive because he had just left Manila. So was that man let me say he display for the Manila people ashamed. I was still wearing my wedding ring when I went to the Philippines. But after I hear all things he do his love for multiple partner relationships, three forms, four forms, that kind of funny thing then. I move that ring from my hand to Manila. I make up my mind for day. Say I'm
You make
done.
up for your mind for leave.
I say I'm done. I cannot do this. Let me say even when you come out, go different side. And that period, so for Manila period, if you don't abandon me for Cameroon, it was a God don't call me go with a Papua New Guinea. So if you go Manila and I go take visa for go Papua New Guinea, I said yes. So I actually say you go Papua New Guinea, so you come back where you tell me say you know no. Whenever God tell you, even a 1 year, even a 2 year, you go to abandon me for the now when you go there Manila, so go to do all that thing the way you do for this. So I was at home, I was sick. That was the time when I had that stroke. I was sick. I had to handle the church. If it just abandon the church, just go. I get to start she done the struggle. I know if you talk on my one side more, but I see struggle for preach. I see struggle for work from that means say I give myself so selfless because I be so afraid of things will be happen for me. So in my mind, I want to work God, the work fine, so I may God to heal my face and all that. Meanwhile, it
So
day
now
for
you
day.
start preach for church.
Yes. That one, he don't ever did one. When something just hot, he one go different place, just wake up, just go. Now, me I therefore she don't for backside the struggle for call people them and all that. So after that Manila incident, I was so the thing hurt me. I said if you decrease to Cameroon, you go travel to go out of the country. You draw the key I said for the inner how. And so I command Manila. I not go back for a house. I just land for Yaoundé. Now, he said pick me up for airport. He dropped me from Musango. I tell you, I need time to rest. I just need time. I come out, I come in directly. My picking will be already daily in the year with me. Before I go and travel, I will bring a lead on my mommy. Then I travel. So I just come back and meet them. I tell you, say, you know what, we need some time. I really need to think things through. And if it be okay with them, because you know, say that kind of person where you did follow to do it in the in need space. So when you ever tell you say you need time, it did that call because you know say go to do it in them.
It ain't fine
Now,
because I give one cheat now. So this tech glad say don't give
yes,
straight.
if you get liberty now. So I daily me will picking them. We agreed if it did okay. So I be here with them. I take the time where I need them. If you actually want to take me go a village or go show me off for some, I just tell you say, bro, I need to think, I need space and all that. I can't be limbe. So a day will begin for limbe. They start school for limbe. Will be the communicate if they okay, but if they say he start the still say I know the like and they come back. So out of nowhere, picking they don't go second term holiday. He sent some boy for church. The boy were close because pastor house. You ever get that kind picking away? You be very close to them. I was close to this guy. He sent that guy. The boy come to ask him story. Salo he say where church they don't send me. Who can't tell me say they come. Say don't stay with the university me. So they won't come more talk about it. The thing wonder me because I'm like This man doesn't give a shit about anybody. Like which people they can't intervene for a matter. He's not a support. He does not submit to anybody. You cannot tell him anything. You cannot. You can't. Who are you to tell him anything? They keep funny me. Because I give that boy Kwakoko and Bangas. I don't think ever forget that day for my life.
Where the Ghana na power so for teach picking them.
For thief my picking them. I give Kwakoko and Bangas. He swallow. Jamila be the sleep. Mali be day up. He and Mali they play. He did the wait na make Jamila wake up. As Jamila wake up, so you know so the talk for the boy he cry. He cry. You see, why the boy they cry? It was I nobody understand that. If they really tear up, if they cry. As soon as Jamila wake up, it's okay, may go now. There's a bakery just like 5 steps from my house. He said, may I should hear the thing, but I used to hear and we put the talk for now so they come whether they blow me na powder, they all be part of anyway. If he carry some back, he leave am for her, so we'll not say if you go buy the thing or the pikin the camp. So but as that boy come out, so see today, so my ex no degree, man still picking them. I don't even accept it. Okay, you be with the picking them, quite all right. But can I have access to my children? Can I see them?
They call picking them.
Because you did talk with him 5-year-old and 3-year-old. That man took my children. They were 5 and 3. My boy Malik
like,
was 5 years old.
You story with them nothing.
You the story with to 5-year-old Pekin. The Pekin that know say wait till it happen. And it's all the things when I say man, it talk him because it ever give more opportunity. I can't visit Pekin. The one never see the level. 8 months, 10 months, 1 year, it will just leave me, I can't see them. I don't see that picking them. Inside 4 years, I don't see them 3 times. The first 2 times, I will just go sit down for them for like 2 hours, 1 or 2 hours. Then I wake up the go house. Because I want people kill me. My picking the way I sleep with them, wake up with them, feed them, bathe them, take care of them. I will hear their jokes. You will take them away from me. Then when you want me to see them, I will can't still picking them for your mommy in house.
Where, mom? I don't talk, say leave this thing. No cry. You carry grace, no cry. You
I can't should go picking them. That's why picking them.
You also rich people where they hold your picking. That picking don't come on. Just the talk. No cry.
I go visit them the first time. If it don't be almost a year, I never see them. I enter. My daughter is an outgoing child. If run, he can't jump from my skin. Because my boy because stand far away, now so they look me.
It don't confuse.
You see, Malik, come and give me a hug now. And as I deal with the beginning, so if she don't for the hug. You know the agree. I didn't even want story the picking any agree. It's the only one more talk. It's the only bring talk them. You know that God has told me that did. You know that God has told me that did. Because not that will force me man the gritty way. I not believe me in anything he does. But it's some sort of blackmail. You want force me. You want to make this day. I guess only believe say the pastor. Meanwhile, I know say you are not. I've lived with you in the same house. There's just no way. There's just no way you can be a pastor. It will be only the struggle for interject for the one talk. Second time, the same thing. I will first call, try for. My mommy nearly die. My mommy gets stroke. After we go visit that Pekin, I beg, bring the Pekin, make my mommy Pekin there. It pushed me all kinds, tell me all kinds of stupid talk. Because what is the reason why a man will say that I don't have right to see my children? Even if you don't decide you want build the picking there, even if it comes to that, now you the wash them, now you the dress them, now you the cater to them, now you the feed them. No mean you don't find person for take care for the picking them. Where are they alive?
Where Papa got? Where your mommy picking your mommy they alive? Now don't carry picking go keep her for village where they use 5 days for reach. They take canoe, take stick boats.
No water, no light, no toilet. Picking a shit inside bucket. You set up pastor, the shit inside bucket. How have the mighty fallen? I go that village to Ekobos, I nearly collapsed. Now the third time that way he leave and man see the pikin there, I travel go a village and he never ever take me go a village. And marry he make a man understand say be northwesterner.
Ah,
There's no need. He not really be close to Ibamun side and all that. Now oh, it was a known a Wimbum side of the family. But I see kind of they run take they go that side. I enter bus chuku for middle night. I reach that place 4 a.m. from 3 a.m. 3:30 something thereabout. Only for going inside house, hope was my pikin the name watch television. My pikin they don't fit charge anything, iPad or whatsoever, they don't fit charge am. Light no day. That means say light no day means say you know fit open tap so water flow. Light no day. There's no toilet. They use bucket to that means say they shit inside bucket. Even their papa do shit inside bucket there.
now the condition that you want to make my friend pikin live a hard working pushful girl.
I go shit done. That means say I look the thing. Only inside this one.
Actually, can that job break all the cabin biscuit inside trunk?
He tell my mommy right for village. You cannot be she go me one. I go with my mom. He tell my mommy inside all the things we come on 2020. He tell me say. He tell my mommy say he still love me. He want a man come back. He take the pikin so that man come back.
The punishment no, it punish you no.
I hear the talk of background. I tell you say it can't. It's not possible. You know if you hurt person. You know if you do person wrong. Then your own way you struggle for make the person come back now for instead traumatize the person. Nobody you go instead try for change, have a good attitude, try change your ways. And instead you the instead one intimidate me into coming back to you. I be tell you say you don't feel ever work. If I ever give a think about anything for do with you, you go first of all think my pikin, I can't keep them for play we take them, then we will talk any other thing. And all that. That's so that matter. Even inside village couples, that man go int. He go hard for middle night query. Oh, I the try for Tony picking the against you. You are leaving with children permanently and visiting. Wait till I fit possibly tell picking them. Where you go to wake up me for middle night for the query me on for front the picking them. That's why they traumatize me for some strange village where I don't know that my head I'm a for the village. Hala. Now so the next day Malik just start sick. He carried them from me because if they stay with me as I go the village. He carried them from me, take them go in own room. Look banger until that picking their head for midnight. I dey sleep so I dey smell the banger. As I enter that village from the first day, morning, afternoon, night, he take a doctor's prescription. That particular night, he take picking them. How heartless man pikin dey say he love picking them. If he do that kind of thing. Smoke bang until that picking so Malik sick. Malik was sick. I did my own room. He don't come out. He don't go because he ever commercial shop. He don't go. At the years, Malik they call me faintly for his own papa room. I come out. I just sneak in. I go look the picking like Malik. I meet up in. I say the heart, his head, everything. I want Jake my head so I still bundle back. I don't even know I saw they package that thing. He did like that Gary for toll gate for where you go to that side. So that Gary for that wrap for inside brown cement paper. Two big
inside Peter Rabbit. You don't put inside Peter Rabbit. One Peter Rabbit a day with the smoker with the Herald newspaper for under bed.
But that's na person that say he love the children. Except person he love the children do that kind of thing. People.
Pastor that see vision.
Person when you say you love your pikin them, you go want to make your pikin them be without their mommy.
Wonderful thing. Mommy
I'm the victim, yeah.
You can't pick the go keep her for faraway place.
I'm a victim, but now you play the victim, then you did deprive me from my pikin, and then you want to make let's say it be okay.
There's some that it talks about take legal action against him. Mom, you don't try for file. You don't try.
I have. Currently, I don't be might talk the different thing that I don't do it. That way you can't take that picking for Limbe. I go state council for Limbe. It disappear into thin air. Now person that way, since we are knowing if you don't get few numbers, you don't get like 20 numbers. So that way you take that picking them from here. I didn't have a contact to him. I didn't have any way to contact him. The number I get I don't pass. It be no be there available. I made a report with the police here in Limbe. I go state council. I go report the matter for state council. Struggle, so the state council tell me say how to get through to ye. And that's what everybody keeps asking me, how they go get through to ye. When me I go not say it na how, it for side it how. I struggle, so take some person struggle, some person give me a number. I just take the number, I give state council. State council call it from my front. Mr. Ayuba, you have this. This day, we have a complaint against you. This day, I want to see you in my office, blah, 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 blah. State council end the phone. He called state council, but he washed state council for Linde. That was in 2018. He washed state council. He talked so bitterly. He hung up on the phone. He off the number. The number not ever passed again. State council asked me, say, if you teach something from this man, you guess what you teach? You teach valuable. I tell you, say, I don't take nothing. I left that house with just my clothes. I don't take nothing. I don't take nothing. I drop the key. I don't take nothing. Because I be want to avoid anything where person will talk, say, I be materialistic and I don't take a motor, and you want a motor, but I don't be one day, get anything for talk. I didn't want him to have anything to say. I left with just my clothes, no furniture, I don't pick even book. I did not take anything from him. I don't even take all my clothes and I take some of my things. I just go. Okay, so for the legal action, that's how it started. I went to the state council. State council tell me say, so place day way and no say na resident. You know, get fixed resident. I say take my picking them. He travel go Douala. At the only year na after say it be for the person in the house. I say reach Douala. He come up for the he go Yaoundé. He come on Yaoundé. He go Garwa. At the end after when he don't pass for some place before they don't say he be for the place. He go Garwa. He come up Garwa. He go Marwa. Now for Mara, when some my classmate call me, video call on Facebook, he said, no, we are picking them this. I think I'm picking them. This are the day. He told me the hotel they were in Marwa. It's Marwa. And also the people stand now how. As I didn't even struggle, like for take flight, struggle, travel, fly down on Mara, I think on Thursday. Bam, I was they don't come out, he go in village now. I've never been to his village. I don't even know the road where they take and go the village. I was in Yaoundé at that time. I went to the Ministry of Women's Affairs and the family. I go report the case for day. They tell me say they don't fit do anything because I still be legally married to this man. That time I don't be even start any divorce proceeding. Now that talk maker and fasting, I pick up myself, I go file for a divorce. I even confuse the place of file the divorce because
you still be married up to now, mom.
We are legally separated. That's the status we are in right now. I go file for divorce. To come back, may they see. I go file for divorce. I bring the thing. They may they see whether they feel now I don't file for the divorce. What can they do about it? They still couldn't do anything. They tell me say, you know, get fixed address. They will not say they go find in a police side. I come for there. I go social welfare. Social welfare. I think now a Fulan. The social welfare of a Fulan is in a Fulan commissariat. I go for day. I go explain the situation. I met Bulu women there who had known him in a Bolova. They recognized the name and everything. And they told me they could not do anything because he's nowhere to be found. If I know he has, I tell them they will know how to do him so that they'll go take it for a house. He did not have a house. He acted like a fugitive. He not keep picking them. She don't want he keep picking them disappear.
You don't feel blind boys when they enter motor and travel go for that village.
Now he don't come on the village, Kobos. He actually dey Yaoundé.
Oh, well, okay.
He actually dey Yaoundé. I don't know precisely place where he dey, but he dey Yaoundé now. He don't marry. I think this is his third or his fourth wife, because he been married and he been married.
Who they give that connection for the work at the marry? Now he don't tell Lord Mayor for Cameroon. Now let me check. I said that man a bigamist.
Now bigamy no Kobos. Now one of my argument in that for divorce court, because he had a year. He post the picture them.
I see how I post that for your Facebook. Like
I posted
it. Free so.
I posted. So now we in some sort now we it like settle down.
Mom, that time I be meet for Limba be Bele.
Yeah.
Now I don't born. When I come that limbe, may this man keep this video. We go enter, we go back for that young day. We go see that man. That man of his height, mom.
Nowadays, they Cobos. You know, and
What
this is
happened with our Indian bamboo? You know the Indian bamboo can say conga. Then you go. You just when your small kabadi breeze the pass for your skin. We go find a place where that pikin they go school. The shop man maybe reveal my plan for you. Now which?
you know, say Cobos, are they caught?
What can you confuse people there?
You know, say Cobos, are they caught with this man? It don't be 3 years today. I don't send you all kind of papers or notify you say we they caught. They say to dissolve a marriage, they start from conciliatory talks. You know, ever show up for conciliatory talks. They move on to the actual judgment of the case. You know, ever come when the judgment they were going to grant me a divorce by default because the come. For the last ending, he wake up, he oppose the judgment. So it means say we go back again to the law court, we start the divorce proceeding. Maybe not from the beginning, but it delay again. But I don't be caught for 3 years. I don't spend on lawyers. Only for some people wake up towards the tail end, just can't obstruct everything. But he's married. He didn't marry, then why you kick against the divorce? So you see the couple, it just one be museum and he's a bully. If I'm speaking out today, it's because I know that he's a bully and bullies never understand. Like, because I don't pray for these past years, he's the father of my children, he's the father of those children. I don't want to move fight. Now my initial feeling. Exactly. I don't want to move fight. I'm like, even if you don't do bad thing, you don't send, they can't keep picking them. I don't want to make go on record. I did give me many chances over and over. May try to do the right thing. I did give you like chances over and over. May do the right thing. Like I'm hoping inside my heart, I did hope, I did pray every night about God, soften this man's heart so that he should not go on record that he did this to the children. Because if, for example, by out of anger, if he's telling the tip the picking them, when the anger will not subside, you think that it will come to his senses. But you say, no, now this is the mother of the children. Even if I don't decide I say they will be with me, they will go school with me. Okay, they go even take them holiday for it. I was ready to take anything. I just be ready. Say if you talk, say they can't take them, I would have been so okay with it. I just wanted to be a part of my kid's life. That's all. But I just pray, I hope, I wish that because the come around. They come around. Now, why are we coupled with the legal actions I'm taking, like in court, and trying to see what other avenues have opened up to me. Now, since we are open up, I start talk about this thing on social media. I don't get a lot of people the way they don't like advise me. A lot of people the way they don't like. They don't show me. They don't open up different ways the way I just get for go with which will be best for me to actually approach and pursue the case. Because I will just be closed up, praying, fasting, just praying and just hoping like God, he's going to change his mind, he's going to come to his senses, and then the children will not have to hear this kind of story. I'm a prayer that, but as I decide, I open up, I start talk about I don't get a lot of advice from people. I don't get a lot of people that don't try to explain few things into me, and obviously I don't take them up legally. I take them up legally now. Apart from the divorce, I follow this one like a separate entity, separate thing.
Yes.
And I don't decide to talk about this because we need to talk about them. Africans, we need really talk about them because we shame. Everybody wants to cover it like
Why
someone like
don't
me.
marry some marriage in a waka, my dear, leave the marriage.
Yeah.
Forget about it to people that go talk.
Where me dey?
No mind me. Now the big son or it is strike. That's the people that Auntie Frances is like.
He put them.
Anyway,
It's your
thank you
tantrum.
so much. thank you so much for this eye-opening thing. I wait you want advice young girl them now so for today, where they don't dey face the same crisis them, but because of here, waiting people they go talk how they be particular about waiting people they go really talk, waiting people they go really think they still there inside very abusive marriages. They inside marriage the way they torment them, they distress them, but they go there because say sometimes they fear say they leave the man, all is not well, all is going to be well, they cheat on them. So women they don't pick up HIV from this kind men them, but simply because say
Exactly.
they be the fear say if they come out, they come back for house, you know good, and then pastors they'll go to tell you say no, go back, it's well, you know. Like Usina Chiwe die so. Now master
Mm-hmm.
that is still living life, you know. So I like the way you speak up for women them today, and I like the way you give your own testimony, you give your own thoughts.
Yes. That's why I decided to speak out, because people they be very silent about a lot of things, because with the fear stigma, with the fear, like we consider it shame and disgrace. And I took upon myself that I'm not going to shut up about this. I'm going to talk about this. I don't care how it makes me look. I'm going to talk about this. I've received a lot. People tell me not to speak, and I've been quiet for too long. So speaking about something is
Okay, so
therapy on the
what to
own.
be named for that Master church, mom? More you know the kind of the place
The
where
church, Kobos, the church in don't change the fourth time. It was the Tree of Life Ministries in Yaoundé. It used to be situated behind Vatican Express.
back.
Then it come up for the Tree of Life. The name changed to Christ Revolution.
Christ.
If you first go to End Time Evangelistic Ministries, then it be changed now go Christ Revolution. Then now, so what he's operating under, he calls it Al Falak. So apparently now a mixture of Christianity and Islam. He mix the two. He don't create his own religion.
Wow.
So concerning advice, like what I would advise, what I went through, it destroyed my faith. It made me I start doubt whether God even exists. It made me I look up pastor. I look up pastor them. I'm like, all these people are fake people. But the truth is
Yes. Ah. Ha.
there are real pastors out there. We are not going to refuse that. But people need to be smart enough and wise enough to know that 90% of the pastors they see are fake. And I'm not saying this because I'm coming from a place of hurt. I'm saying the reality of the matter. People view the church as a business. They operate their church as a business. They marry with a strategy in mind. They give birth with a strategy in mind. There's a lot of propaganda. There are lots of people in churches. You think they're swimming in wealth and affluence, but they are just building up an image to sell to you so that you can think that they are having life very sweet.
That's
It's
it.
not the church is not what you see. The church is your relationship with God. And if you find a pastor who doesn't care for the material and who is watching over your soul, you should stick to those kind of people, even if the numbers are not many, even if it's not flashy, even if there's no big choir or big instruments. You should be more
That's it.
careful about the pastor that watches over your soul instead.
That's it.
Avoid the 90% of the people out there are fake. And I'll say it over and over again because I've heard them converse among themselves. Pastors. I've heard them
All
laugh
the
at
other
people.
cafe and all they do
And
the modus operandi.
they take and so send the person, but the other person, may you pick your own too. So they do that a lot, a lot.
Yeah, master, I
So
be see some picture for Facebook where some malam they
what
pray
was
for
my
their
ex-master back, my ex?
So I was able to be pray for
Mummy
their
Balo
man
for my
correct. He
skin, my
need
master
that.
have my ex.
Uh, you want Bobby? You eat this food first. Your top up with Bobby. Bobby in a
And
desert.
then more to that, when women are in marriages, I think
Uh-huh.
marriages, it not mean say me all my wrong come on married to. No. Marriage is ordained by God. Marriage is a beautiful thing if you're with the right partner. First things first, make sure you don't get into a wrong marriage.
That's it.
Spend time to know this person, know them. Don't fall in
Know
love
your
with
partner before I want
physicality.
enter house. Make thing not start go surprise you.
Exactly. Don't fall in love with the physical. Fall in love with character. Don't fall in love
Let me
because he's
say,
tall, dark, and handsome.
Mom,
Fall in love
next
because
time
he's
when I be the travel,
responsible.
travel, so now trust be the sponsor the trip.
Church not really get any account. Church not get any money. He is the church. Now so you used to talk. So now he be the church.
Okay.
So anything that he maybe get people them under him. Oh. He had people who loved him, people
I know. That time
who
people the
gave
part of
to
them
him.
The truth is a man get grace, but he misplace it. He misuse his calling.
If you say so. At this point, I don't even know who I believe again.
Leave her, leave her, leave her, leave her. I'll give the bobina, leave her, leave her. Where? I want the first image to start shop. So. Well, thank you so much, Mom, for coming by, and I hope say we'll do this show again so that when they give updates for these people there, for they tell them what they go on with you,
Sure.
for know
Sure.
them. And I beg, if you know, so if you give you a helping hand, if you volunteer for helping, if you
Yeah.
get even a SWAT their number or FBI, or if you contact them, may they
I would
go take
really
that picking
appreciate
them.
it.
Even you just write me for messenger, more follow up this case because
Yeah.
it really be pathetic.
Any
How
access
some
to
person go
it.
just abduct some woman in 9 months, they just go keep her on a which kind of village that they dey inside there. So then they get the seal picking them, they get nothing give account for accountability
And
and for
other
big.
woman, they post my picking their picture online. They flaunt
The
my
woman
picking
they
name.
post their picking their picture, so how they even lie say that they're picking themselves for guest jess, for gathers jess.
Kobos, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving your platform for me to speak out. I'm
No,
healing,
mommy.
it's therapy, and I know that it's raising awareness and it's also going
You
to
know,
get
say
me help in
I
any way
want beg
possible.
you say, may you give another relationship a try. You know, sometimes number one you pass, you be enter vanishing. You know, you be talk
Kobos,
say
I've been need for heal. I've
if you
been
say
really need
why
for
heal,
heal.
you want heal. So I beg, Mom, don't bleed on people who did not cut you. You're a beautiful girl,
That's what I
and
was trying to avoid. So I'm healing.
yes, you're a beautiful woman. I remember how many times I don't try for make you meet boys them or you tell Kobos I beg, you know, you just
I
keep
just
see
really
beg.
needed to heal, Kobos.
And this
I need
applies to
one rush
every
into
woman.
something.
You born, you don't mean no nothing. You know, when I born 76 because they don't no concern marry love you. Even president woman Chantal be don born the twins and Pobia married to Pobia be see single women them. I see them again the create, the create, how they call them, the shine, you know. So na
Kobos,
fine girl,
it go calm. The
trouble
right
woman.
person. I dey still learn plenty from them because they say I fit still make mistakes. So I dey just try to be
You
careful,
know, make
honestly.
mistake again. That one be na intention, no na married. That one na married. That
I
one
hear
just
you,
start to
Mama.
go. Na stagiaire, you be stagiaire. Na now when you go enter your master house, you don't use you enter now your brooch, you hold all your handbook there.
Amen. Oh, amen.
So
The right man go
I just
calm.
want to tell you, say no biggie cry. I used to see a post there sometimes I go cry. I say, where am I picking? You just come up with a very stressful place and I understand your hurt. I beg, mommy. Sometimes the next man go marry herself, now you go just jump enter that village, take that picking the
Kobos,
all right. Yeah, so
anyhow, man picking
and
again.
your man not expect say you gonna be rational when you do today because they say you used to complain so you be a little bit you like problem but you not fit push person then you tell you how for fall, you know. You not fit push person then you tell
Exactly.
you how for fall.
I'm not a problematic person. I'm actually a very soft-spoken person. I'm not confrontational. I did actually learn now how to be confrontational. I actually became very mouthy in the marriage because I suffer. I dey suffer a lot, and the only thing I be doing is to talk. I learned how to
And
talk.
now that's so no.
I learned how to talk. That
That's
means I
so
dey talk, remove the passage, my mommy dey actually say, now you did. Because that's not the person I am.
it's okay. Eat that one,
That's
I'll
not
give
the
you the
person
bobby.
I am.
I'll give you the bobby if you eat it. Alright. Thank you so much, Sherry Coco.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
guys
much,
for watching.
everyone.
Please
I
continue
appreciate it.
sharing and man, they know who this message fi go high fi help. You know fi know so that's so that if even the brain so get a comment section.
May
And
they
then
get
the
wrong,
area go just wise now to say, okay, mommy, thank you for the message. You give me so much.
or even not be ye. Maybe somebody in a similar, maybe some the pastor where the
Even
pastor
that's
in
you
that
know must
ministry.
be a pastor's girlfriend or pastor's fiance. If you be a normal person. All right, thank you so much, Mom. We'll talk for backside more planners. We'll go for that place with Indian bamboo and in Sakaba. Love you so much, Mom. You know, so I don't love you since you're in primary school. No, you know that
I
one. So,
know, I know, I know, I know,
so
I
be my
know.
sister
Thank you
for
so
life.
much, Kubos.
No
Thank
shame,
you. You
nothing
have been there
spoil.
from the beginning. From the very first day, 4 years ago, when I started talking about this, you were under my life. You were a
Four
huge
years ago,
celebrity
when do that
already,
first live
but you be
video where
there
you
under my
abduct
life.
your
So the
picking them.
step by
I
the high of
remember.
the own. Yeah, I've always been there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My love to
Sis
you.
me.
My
Love
love
you,
to Auntie
Mama.
B. Mwah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so
Bisous,
much.
bisous à toi. Okay.